renowned human rights activist and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has issued a robust response to the federal government's threat of contempt charges against the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress over the planned nationwide protest scheduled for February 27 and 28. Falana, in a strongly worded letter addressed to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, challenged the government's assertion that the protest constituted contempt of court. He emphasized that Nigerian workers have the constitutional right to freedom of assembly and expression. The letter dated February 24 highlighted the historical content of the ongoing disputes between the government and labor unions regarding fuel subsidy removal, negotiations and subsequent court proceedings. According to reports from Daily Post, Falana pointed out instances where the National Industrial Court had issued ex parte orders restraining the NLC and TUC from embarking on strikes, but also noted that these orders were contested by the unions. Furthermore, Falana emphasized the right of Nigerians to peacefully protest on matters of public interest, citing legal precedents and provisions in the Police Establishment Act 2020 that guarantee the protection of such rights. In response to the federal government's threat of contempt charges, Falana asserted that the planned protest by the NLC is not even contentious of the court orders, especially considering the ongoing legal challenges to the jurisdiction of the National Industrial Court in the matter. He urged the government to direct the Inspector General of Police to provide maximum security to the workers during the protest in accordance with the provisions of the Police Establishment Act. The federal government had earlier warned of invoking relevant laws to file contempt charges against the NLC leadership if the planned protest proceeded, citing it as a breach of agreement and affront to the existing court's order. The attorney general that was writing, because he's an attorney general, so he thinks that whatever he says is binding, so that is binding, and they are just speaking from their head that oh, hoodlums will hijack it. And I've never seen it in the constitution where they say that yes, so anytime there's a protest that a hoodlum will hijack it, it is not in the constitution. So they are speaking from their head, because these guys, they know exactly what they are doing. So you just believe that for this thing to just come out and write any nonsense letter to the NLC, it is now binding. No, it does not bind. It's not binding, no. When Tinubu and his group and NFP protested at Ojota in 2024, it was not a contempt of court, but when others want to protest against the same issue, it is not a contempt of court. Nigeria Constitution as amended still guarantee the right of association and protest against policy issue, and the protesters must be adequately protected by the police to avoid protests being hijacked by hooligans. Have you forgotten that whenever the rainmaker die, the rain always protests? Now so for Tinubu, who sabi to organize protests against the opposition government. Then, law of karma is taking place now. You are a bloody liar and double mouth. Tinubu never participated in any protest. You cannot refer to civil society. Whether a protester is not protesting, it is not it is inconsequential. The what is happening is what is important now is that it is illegal to protest. Whether he join or he no join, you can excuse him, you can defend him, or you no, follow them protest. If Nigerians really ready, Tinubu will run away from Aso Rock. Look at what happened in Sri Lanka, where the presidents run away from the crowd. Tinubu should stop intimidating Nigerians and the organized labor with court content. After all, it is our right to protest. And besides, didn't Tinubu protest against Jonathan? So what is he saying? Tinubu, we are coming for you. You lack wisdom to govern us. The government is playing the ostrich in the matter. Federal government, we need action now. People are hungry. Chief Barrister Femi Falana, may God Almighty continue to grace you with good health and long life for what you are doing for our dear country, Nigeria. The same government preaching democratic governance to West African nations under military good, and you are about to deny Nigerians their rights to peaceful protests, to for the economic hardship you caused by yourself. Same old method by the federal government. God will continue to bless eminent personalities like Femi Falana, just like the late Gani, unlike those corrupt judges whom the government used to truncate the mandate Nigerian youth and technocrats gave to person with the requisite intellect that by now would have been forgotten the wasteful 8 years of Buhari. Today, it is really unfortunate that people are saying that Buhari is better than the Tinubu 9 months. Nigerians have moved from frying pan to fire, and a judge or judges who went to school are comfortable to be used because money to declare NLC and TUC content of course is there. Is there any content greater than a worker than retired after 35 years of service and 9 years, and after has not gotten is a entitlement that cannot even buy a clean Tukumbo car. But Mr. President, convoys of exotic cars can cause a traffic jam for 1 to 2 hours daily. Nigeria is a big joke. That's the day mental slavery will evaporate from their heads. Answers will be a joke. Then these their judges and indolent security agencies will fail woefully. The posters will give bandits and kidnappers each free operations, knowing the police will otherwise be engaged by the protesters. I think the protesters will create a diversionary situation for anarchy. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.